Joining us now, Damian Hinds, Conservative MP for East Hampshire, Minister of State for Schools Standards. Good to see you. Thanks for taking the time to join us. I know that you want to talk to me about Mickey Mouse degrees this morning and the money that you save you're going to be spending on apprenticeships instead. Tell me more.
Well, that's not phraseology that you've heard coming from us, but we do want to make sure
that... So is it incorrect?
We do want to make... Bear with me. We want to make sure that every young person has access to the very best opportunities. It's a really important time in people's lives. You never get that time back. And we want to make sure that for that time, but also when people are making an investment in themselves, that is time and money well spent, and to make sure that every course that a young person may go on is high quality. For some, that will be university, and for some, it will be apprenticeship. And in both cases, we want to make sure the quality is really high. We've been investing, as you know, a lot in apprenticeships and improving them over the last few years. Now that we've done that, there is an opportunity to grow apprenticeships very significantly. University is also, of course, absolutely the right route for many young people.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the apprenticeship starts by age and level. And from 2015 to 2022-23, that's gone down from 131,400 to 77,000. So there's some investment to be done there. Must try harder. So
what we've done, Kay, is really raise the bar on apprenticeship. So comparing now with 10 years ago is not a like-for-like. It's not a like-for-like comparison. We've made sure there's a minimum length of apprenticeship. We've legislated that there should be at least 20% of time off the job. We've created the Institute for Apprenticeships and made sure that apprenticeship standards that replace the old frameworks, these standards now are designed by employers and ensure a level of quality. So the apprenticeships that you have now are significantly upgraded compared to what we've had in the past. And now that we've done that, there is the opportunity now to grow that very significantly. 100,000 more apprenticeships is what we're going to do. And that means widening opportunities. It doesn't mean taking away opportunity from anybody. It means widening opportunities. Also about improving the skills level, and that helps with productivity and our wider economy.
So improving the gold standard for apprenticeships, so there will be fewer, you say 100,000 more, but that will still only take you up to more or less where you were in 2015, 2016. How are you going to pay for that?
Well, so we are going to grow apprenticeships by 100,000. The Labour policy would result in halving the number of apprenticeships. So we are growing very significantly. And to repeat, they are these higher quality apprenticeships. Now, you asked how we would pay for it. And of course, there is a cost, about £900 million.
Where's that coming from?
And we are going to fund that from reducing spend, because although young people are taking out student loans, there is also effectively a state subsidy to that, because not everybody pays off their loan. So we're going to reduce the amount of money that goes into degrees. The ones that aren't performing well, it's a small minority.
Which ones?
Well, I'm not going to... It would be wrong of me, Kay, to come on your programme and start name-checking individual courses, because there are individual young people, undergraduates, doing those courses right now, and it would not be fair.
You wouldn't strip the rug from under them,
would not be fair to them.
Let me just pick you up on that. Are you saying that you would, people who are already on a course, you would stop that course halfway through?
No, we are not.
So what difference does it make?
No, it's about saying, and by the way, it's not for politicians to point this one and that one and say, I do like that course, I don't like that course.
That's exactly what you're doing.
No, it's not.
So
we've created already an independent body called the Office for Students, which already does quality measurements of individual courses, and looking at things like, yes, so earnings that people get when they graduate is important, but that's only part of it. Education's never only been about the money you earn. Also about things like who progresses from the first year of the course to the second year, and who completes the whole course. These are really important measures of quality, and they can use those objective criteria to look at courses. What's new in what we're announcing now is that we are going to legislate to make sure that where an individual course is not performing as it should, is not giving that opportunity, is not being valued for time as well as money for that young person, that it shouldn't be able to recruit new people onto that course.
Let me point out to you, Minister, that you're not going to legislate. You're only going to legislate if you win the next election.
That is true of most government. That is true of most proposals.
You're not in toto anymore, in Kansas anymore, toto, I should say. Many universities are utterly reliable on the fees paid by international students. Will you let more students, international students in to try to cover the fees and the costs of universities if you're going to strip back some of those courses?
Look, we've been really clear all the way through. We want the brightest and the best to be able to come to our universities. We have some of the, objectively speaking, measured by international league tables, we've got some of the best universities in the world, and they've got a great offer, and we want as I say, the brightest and the best from around the world to be able to benefit from that. We also want to guard against any, if there may be if abuses of that come to light. We want to make sure that it's working well for those young people, it's working well for the universities, and also that it's working well for our country.
OK, I was reading in this morning's newspapers that pensioners rely solely on their state pension, because the state pension was your big sell yesterday, would save just £14.60 a year by 2028, about 28 pence a week, some of them. I mean, that's not much of a...
Well, it's not only the money. It's not only the money.
There's
also the admin that comes with having to pay tax. And look, it's been an important point all the way through.
It's a big sell yesterday, 28p
pensioners
this week. Today, I should say.
I think it's an important principle actually as well, that pensioners just relying on the basic state pension, which is a certain level, that as a society we set in support for pensioners. They haven't historically never paid income tax, and I think it's an important principle. It's an important principle they shouldn't now. And then you should put that point next to me. You've got a Labour person on here. You should
Don't
put that,
you worry,
you should
I'm
put that
okay
point
doing
to
my
them,
Labour interviews.
because they have
You're
not
in front
said
of me at
they
the
have
moment.
not said they would match it. So you will face that.
What can you
retirement
buy
tax.
with 28
And I
pence a
do
week?
repeat, it's not only about the money. There is a principle involved here, but there's also, the administration that comes with being drawn into income tax, which I don't think people who are just on the basic state pension should have to deal with.
Nigel Farage says Reform UK is the new Conservatives.
Does he now?
Yes, he does. What would you say in response?
I would say the Conservatives are the new Conservatives. I would say in this election, it is us that's got the fresh new ideas. It's Rishi Sunak setting out a bold plan. You haven't really heard anything, let's be honest. You haven't heard anything from Sir Keir Starmer and the Labour crew. They're just saying the same old things over and over.
On about Labour. I'll deal with Labour.
Over and over
you
again.
Tell me what your plans are.
We're in a competitive election here, and there is a real choice. The choice is between Labour and Conservative. It's between Sir Keir Starmer and Rishi Sunak. And in this election campaign, we do want to talk about that. The Prime Minister wants to be debating Keir Starmer. Well, he wants to be debating him every week. He wants to be debating him every week. And that is the choice that I think people will...
We'll see next week, won't
we? Look at. We will see. And I think what we will see is that people see in Rishi Sunak a man with a plan, and in Sir Keir, a man without a plan.
Yep, so you keep saying, as a party, should the party, or James Daly MP in particular, apologise to Angela Rayner, given that she has been completely cleared by Greater Manchester Police?
Look, there are processes to go through. That process with GMP has been gone through. Look, this all could have been cleared up a great deal earlier had Sir Keir Starmer simply read Angela's tax advice and it had been published. That's what all the unclarity, all the uncertainty was about, was to know what really was at the heart of it. It could have been cleared up.
And it has been cleared up.
It could have been cleared up quite some time ago.
And now it has been cleared up.
And it was let drag on. And that, I think, is regrettable.
And now it has been cleared up. Should there be an apology to her?
From Keir?
No, from James Daly.
No, look, as I say, all of this could have been cleared up much sooner. It was in the gift of the leader of the Labour Party to do that, and it didn't happen.
OK. Was yours a Mickey Mouse degree?
To repeat, as I said right at the start of this discussion, that is not terminology that we have used. We have great.
What was your degree?
We have great. You probably have all your notes. What my degree was. I happened to do philosophy, politics, and economics.
OK, and that's not a Mickey Mouse degree.
Look, there were one of the really important points is it's not about identifying subjects that people want to go after or individual universities people want to go after. It's about specific courses within individual universities. And in most subjects, by the way, there are some universities delivering really well and there are others delivering not so well. In some subjects, in some places, I'm afraid, really quite far down that scale. And those are the ones that we want to stop people being kind of effectively being oversold to and ending up on a course that isn't right for them and isn't going to deliver the best opportunity for them and their future.
OK, do you know what my degree was in?
I don't. I haven't got my notes in front of me. Go on.
Life.
Life. I knew you were going to... Actually, I did know you were going to say that. I think you might have said that to me before.
It's good to see you. Thanks
Nice to
so
see you,
much
Kate.
indeed.
Thank you.